Antibiotics save lives in patients who urgently need. But that doesn't mean that we can expect antibiotics to bail us out every time.
Taking off-shelf antibiotic is dangerous for our health and for people of India or whatever I may say that. So, what is the message to the community or people?
This is what I tell all my patients and all my colleagues as well. I have a 12-year-old daughter. In 12 years of life, she's taken, I think, 2 courses of antibiotics. If you're taking more than that, why are you doing that? Why are you taking more antibiotics than that? Find out why and fix that problem. The answer is not taking more antibiotics. Fix your vulnerability. If your sugars are high, fix that. If your immune system is not working, fix that. If your lungs are not great, fix that. Antibiotics are only a bridge, but over time that will fail. The idea is you cannot win the war with antibiotics. We have to take better care of ourselves. Our diet is important. Our physical status is important. We need to exercise. We need to sleep well. We need to overall improve our health parameters. That's the way forward. Reducing infections is the answer. And one part of it could also be vaccination for vulnerable. So obviously we need all of this being done. And by taking repeated antibiotics, we are on a self-destructive course. Yes, antibiotics save lives in patients who urgently need. But that doesn't mean that we can expect antibiotics to bail us out every time. The answer is improve our health status, take better care of ourselves, and overall look at how we can reduce antibiotics. That's the only way we can win.
So, what do you think the government role should be here in this case?
Excellent. The government has to play multiple roles. So, I was involved in a think tank about the curriculum development. So, for a very long time, the concept of infection control and what we call antimicrobial stewardship was not part of the training program of doctors. In the West, it doesn't matter what you do. You could be an orthopedician, you could be a neurosurgeon, you could be a psychiatrist, but you still need to know about infection control. You still need to know about antimicrobial stewardship because this is important. I think we need to bring in concepts like that. The government has brought it in at an undergraduate level, which is good. Second, we need to have training for all our doctors, which is made mandatory, where they can get certified saying these kind of interventions need to be done and doctors need to learn. See, we all talk about good doctors, famous doctors. Why don't we highlight doctors who have pledged to reduce antibiotics? I have pediatrician friends who have made it their decision to say, listen, I'm going to reduce antibiotic use in my practice. Why can't we focus on people like that? Let them be the leaders, let them be the visionaries for other people to look up to. See, we need to have role models. We need to have people who can be benchmarks so that we can say, look, that guy is doing that. Let me also do something like that. So we need to showcase people like that. There are people like that. Unfortunately, like everybody is pointed out, that is the more difficult road to take. We all want to take the easy road out. Focus on the ones who are taking the difficult road. It doesn't mean they have to work in a tribal setting. Those are also great people. They're doing yeoman work. But the people who say, I will not succumb and give an antibiotic, I am going to reduce antibiotic pressure on my patients, should also be congratulated and should also be focused on. Let them be role models. I think other doctors will also want to follow suit on that.
Yes, sir, do you have any awareness plan in rural areas?
So the point is that the education part, now more and more states are coming out with continuing medical education requirements. Unfortunately, it is still very early days in that they are only saying we need to have CME credits. They haven't said what credits you need to have. I think in the West, for example, things like HIC and AMS, as we call it, infection control and antimicrobial stewardship, are compulsory parts of this, irrespective of what you are. I think that's where we need to start doing that. That's number one. Number two, we need to start designing programs which are easy for everybody. It cannot be just that, they have to come to Calcutta or to Delhi and things like that. So we need to use technology. We have amazing technology. Look at the phones that you guys are having. We can communicate so well with these. We should be leveraging this. So in our society, the ID society, we are holding more and more training programs virtually so that people can benefit and not have to spend a lot of time, energy, and money, especially in upskilling themselves.